Okay, so this is a study tutorial about being a beginner intro, what it's like in my day to day, and I traded some trades that were successful, and I traded some trades that were not, and I came back. I actually got a $14,000 funded account. I wasn't ready for it. My account manager set me up with it, and they logged me out of my demo account. And so I asked for a demo account back because I wasn't ready for it and I was losing, and I just needed more time to study and prepare. I needed more experience, and they gave that to me. So I'm back into a demo account. And my goal is to just make some successful moves. To know what I'm doing, that I'm consciously doing it, and then to figure out where I went wrong if I did. Now with work, I actually made about 20 bucks, and then at the end of the day, I made some moves and I back into it and crashed that account, that trade account of work, and I actually was sitting there thinking, I'm done for the day. This WSKS, I actually jumped into it. This is what really hurt my account today, put me in the red. I am $94 backwards for the day, and I was only 76 or 79 before I made this work decision. And this SWKS was actually, I wasn't even going to get into it. I wasn't thinking about it, and I had pretty much green. I hadn't done win yet, and I basically went into the chat room, and I heard Scott Maltese say SWKS, above 83, and I ended up getting it at 82.99, 3333. You can see here, and it started breaking out and then dropped, and then it was kind of oscillating around that round number. So I thought, no worries. Scott wasn't worried about it via the chat room, and then it kind of started to break past it. And I think a lesson there is that it didn't actually have I guess it would be breakout success, or what you might say is breakdown failure, that Mir talks about. And so that was what ended up really hurting my account for the day. But part of my goals also is to handle the emotions of that. Being in a demo account does help. But at the same time, that's a pretty big hit for a small account, and I did play only 100 to 300 shares depending. The win really went up, and then I pulled out of it at a certain point, and I saw it kind of rounding down right here. I pulled out of it right here. I saw it rounding down, and I was like, I'm out right here. Actually, I don't know if this is running, so let me see here. Get something new. And see, it just fell from there, so that was a smart choice. So I actually ended up getting out of this trade at the best ideal time. I jumped in a little bit late than the call out. I think the call out was 132 something. So I jumped in a little bit late, but that was, down here. I got in right here. So this was the call out was right here, and I jumped in right here, and then just pulled out here and got 46 bucks. That's a win, especially running small count numbers. Even though this account technically has pretty big buying power, I'm trying to play little and starting small. And some of these details, just trying to cover what happened, Mir talks about some of the emotional things in his book. I think it's chapter 13 or 14. And there's this point where, I think I jumped into this right here. See how this came down and then came up? Ended up gravestoning, and I should have got out right there. That's what I was thinking about getting out. And then I think I ended up pulling out here because I saw that it was going to do this. I said, nope, this is trending the wrong way. And if you would have stayed in it, you would have just been stuck in this oscillation and then had an ultimate loss. But I was not willing to go below 37 at that point. And I just knew that this gravestone was really, you know, giving us the finger, right here. So, but one of the callouts was a short on ARWR, or it wasn't really a callout. It was Gabe had posted that in it for the day. I pulled out way early. Let's take a look at that. See what it did for the day. I had too many things going on and I couldn't manage them all. My actual goal is to focus on one thing at a time. So I got in at 26.77. So let's see, 26.77. So right about here, it looks like I got in, and then I got out pretty early when I could have been, you know, getting something more. And I thought that would be the case, but I was fine with it. I knew that I was just taking a $12 win, and I was just going to be able to free the stress of my mind of knowing that I was managing multiple accounts. And my goal was to do that, was just to pull out wins, even if it was early. Which, you know, you want to be able to ride all the way in your skills. But 25, 97, 26, 25, 27, 26. So, well, I mean, I guess I pulled out pretty good time. Or wait, I don't know if that's when I pulled out though. Let's look at my not account. Let's go to Trade Manager. And trades, AWR, bot, 26.65. So, go ahead. 25.65, is that what I said? How could I have gotten out at 20? No, that can't be right. I must have said that wrong. My apologies. Chasing the... About 26.65. Okay, 26.65. And does it say, where does it say that I shorted it? Oh, right here, 26.67, 65. So very, you know, I pulled out way early. But 26.65, let's take a look at that. 26.65 was like here, okay? So I could have pulled out all the way down here at 26.63. Knowing me, I would have seen this. This might have been where I got out. This was a pretty big. That's a pretty big symbol. This would have been my triggering area. Just being live, looking at it. So 26.20. So I would have had definitely more 26.25 I said. So you know, I would have been more than a 50-cent win there, and that would have been awesome. So very good analysis offering by Gabe, especially when the market today was at an all-time high, climbing. I was real excited about there being a short that I thought I could trust coming from Gabe, and it did work out. And that was kind of what I wanted to prove. I'm still proving who I can listen to. No offense to Scott, he provides a lot of wins, but sometimes there are losers, and this SWKS was just a bomb tank. So that happened, and then TVIX, I think I could have totally won more with this, earned more. TVIX. This one popped up out of nowhere. Again, I got this one out of the room. So I was winning really well with ones that I was paying attention to on my own, and then I jumped into the room, listening to what was going on. And I'm trying to keep mine within certain volume and lower price points, because when you're in an intro account, you're more likely to be running in what do you call this? Lower price points. You know, the 10 to 30, basically 10 to 40 is really kind of, you can play in the big ones, but your shares are going to be a lot smaller because of your buying power. TVIX, I got in, and what did I shorted it, and I shorted it, well, it says here 1697. Oh, so I must have jumped in right here, and then I think I got out here, and so I could have saw this reversal, played the climb up. This would have been a great stock today to really be running and staying with. And the thing is with all of this is, when I have multiple stocks, I tend to always have losers. When I have multiple stocks, I always have losers. Why? Because I'm spread out too much. And when I'm running off of one laptop right now as an intro student, I don't have a full desktop, multiple screens, all of that activity. And the lesson is focus on one stock. At this beginning level, really, the lesson I have is focus on one stock. Focus on one stock. And then later on, when I got into work, one of the lessons, like I was talking about, it talks about in chapter 13 or 14, I think it might have been psychology or handling loss, something like those. But this was in the green. And I thought, oh, I could take one more. It looks like it's going to go up. And I had already told myself, I'm done for the day, right? This was enough of a loss. I'm done for the day. I've done something. I've proven to myself. And I just didn't feel it. I was looking at myself psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and I just didn't feel like I knew what I was doing anymore. Like I just didn't have the energy, the thought energy. I needed to maybe go get some breakfast. I'd, shower. And I had thought that and kind of declared that with myself. And then I said, oh, I could do one more. And Mir says, beware of that. Beware of that. Be aware of that. And, sit on your hands. So basically the lesson there is honor that. So I'm very excited that I get to have that lesson and share it. That, really have that integrity of knowing yourself, of trusting yourself, and being okay with sitting on your hands, with logging off, with going and doing something else. Go shower, go eat, go see grandma, whatever it is. There's got to be, just follow that intuition, get in, get out. Because, looking back, it's like, oh, this would have been great if I was riding this. This looks like a fun roller coaster, I would have been able to make a lot of money. But if my mind isn't there to even focus on it, then it doesn't matter. I could be jumbling all over the place. And I just don't want to have losses. I want to have wins. And I want to be able to identify with that. So this is taking a look at Tradenet, the TEFS trader. Jump back into the demo, getting some more experience as a new, baby trader. I'm just a baby. Looking at it, I'm learning, I'm practicing. I just want to get successful skills. Trading real money was way more stressful on me, and I really just want to get good at knowing I have skills before I go through the emotional impact of trading real money with my funded account. So that's taking a look at it. Thanks for sharing your time with me. Hope it helps.